Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I finally recovered well. Back to healthy. It feels normal again. But some things that I gotta cover today. Number one, just by looking at this chart, as a technical trader, just by looking at this chart, so this goes all the way back towards March 2021, right? This is our 1 year chart, all right? Right here, where we are, we hit the lows right here. So we hit the lows right here. You guys see this zone, right? We hit the lows of right here. Where were these lows exactly? You guys, when you analyze charts, you have to go a little bit in depth sometimes, right? And this is not rocket science. This is super easy to do. It's super easy. These are the things that we did in grade 6, grade 5 when we were drawing charts in a different manner, right? So here we had to visit the lows of March 2021. All right, when SPX was trying to break out, we visited these lows and we retested those basically, and that was our first target back in December, Jan. Around these levels, I think, and my stock, like, we started covering that. You know what? This level is coming, believe it or not. All right, as SPY, it was around 380. I clearly remember it. All this stuff is on YouTube, on our pre-market, post-market. You guys can see it, right? Now our main critical level here was this right here, this zone right here. If I just draw it for you guys, that once we take over this zone, this is where the next level would lead to. And now, one thing that you should see as a technical trader or a fundamental, doesn't matter, one thing that as a trader you should see after such a big move down from 4800 towards our first target that we did reach is evident. This is very normal to see. You should automatically see a potential bounce towards this zone right here. All right, in order for the market to continue lower, you should see a bounce somewhere around this zone right here, from here to here. All right, why here to here? Because that is the recent bounce when initially SPX tried to recover, but it was unable to. That's where the resistance lies. All right, from here there will be some oversold bounces. Our first target here will be 4100. From 4100, 4150, increments of 40. You can go by 50s, right? For deeper levels, refer to spot gamma. Those levels are based by options data, and they change often. All right, or you can draw the hourly charts to figure out the manual levels. All right, you can draw the 2 hourly charts and you can get the manually. You can look at your own resistance levels, right? So some of you guys will have the same numbers, some will be off by a few points. It just depends how you look at them. All right, but 4100 will be the first target, 4150 and 4200. Now, this is also backed by options data flow. Number one, we have more than 30% of gamma expiring this week on S&P. All right, that's really important. It means it will ship the moves. Second, this week we have Vanna in play. All right, we'll talk more about this when I see it. The only thing now is that has changed the market in the last 1 month. If you guys have realized, I don't know how many of you guys have actually thought of this. Ted, I think I know you follow these things closely. If you're watching, G Money, this is also for you. LB already knows. Bucky, you already figured this out. Because of more expiries, in the options world now, the moves on SPX Vanna has decreased. All right, there's a reason to this. All right, because of the more expiries now, we don't get the move that we had before. All right, why? Because they have more time to release it now. Like, there's more to this, but we'll talk about this. In order for us to go lower, we need more sellers to step in, right? We need sellers to step in who will sell straight equities, no hedges, nothing, like just sell the stock on its own. All right, that's what we need now in the markets. Okay, so gamma levels are posted in pre-market. If you guys want other great levels, LB posted his numbers, I believe, or he will post them, right? Okay, LB, I think he might be watching, so he'll post his SPX numbers. They're very accurate also. Goldman Sachs SPY levels are very accurate, those that follow SPY, and he already posts his Tesla levels for those that play Tesla. But for now, a bounce towards this 4200 level will reset the charts. It allows us more time, better opportunities to enter into more positions now, right? If SPX does enter this zone right here, if we do get this zone right here, not only puts, but calls and puts, if we buy time on calls and puts, for example, they will both be priced low. Why is that? Anybody before I say it? Because VIX will have died a little bit, and when volatility goes down, obviously options get cheaper. All right. And for today, our target number one is 4100 if we can get there. Right. And on SPX, the moves will get shorter and shorter. Or this, before we used to get these big green candles. You guys see this? There's big green candles on the same day. Right. There may be less of these now. All right. I mean, they will happen, but there may be less of them. All right, because of more expiries. All right. So a lot of option flow has to be involved in that day in order for us to get those bigger moves. Okay. And for now, we do have a gap fill here, but one thing I do want to say, if we break 4,000, and we stay under 4,000, then forget gamma, forget what I say, forget anybody says, just be cautious. Under 4,000, anything is possible. All right, that's very clear. It's clear cut. We have known this from before. So be careful under 4,000. As long as we hold above 4,000, 40, 30, 40, 40, we can make our way towards 4,100 and 4,200. And also to give you guys some stats, on the weekly, we have been red for a few weeks now. On the weekly, we have been red for 6 weeks. Dow Jones has been red for 7 weeks almost. All right, so we do need some green in between. Can we have another huge red candle this week? It's absolutely possible. Stay open-minded. All right, just because we are 6 red weeks does not mean 7th cannot be red. Yes, it can be red. I've seen 9 weeks in a row red in my experience. All right, so now let's see if the market holds, and we should test the opening prices of last week. Right, we should test this opening zone right here. All right, we should test this zone right here, which happens to be roughly 4,100 first, and then around 4,200. All right, and then we see the best way to look at it is right here, this zone right here. This is the zone that we should test. All right, which happens to be roughly 4,200. Okay, so that's that. And moving on, what else we have? Again, also put wall has shifted. This is another thing. Put wall has shifted higher to 3,900 from 3,700 last week. All right, that has shifted. That also supports us of our theme of holding the markets. All right, and let's just go over some charts quickly. McDonald's, Bucky, I know they're selling their business in Russia. They're heading out, but obviously they'll get money for the property. Let's see how that works. But McDonald's, I don't know. This is a very tricky chart. This stock can actually run. I don't know why I think that. But for McDonald's to for weakness, we need that 244 and hold under. 244 hold under. Then we might even get all the way towards our first level would be 220, 230. Okay, so even 230 and all the way towards 220. All right. If 244 and under hold on McDonald's, then 220 and 230 is not far, and we're probably gonna go test this 200 MA right here. All right, on the weekly. So let's see how this one plays out. May take some time, but I think under 244 and hold, we have a big move on McDonald's coming down. And those that are in puts, I think you're gonna get paid. And guys, make sure you please like and subscribe if you haven't. And then we have Tesla. Tesla's production in Shanghai has delayed production, right? So let's see how this sets up. But on this, I do want to show you guys something. This is a rare setup on the weekly. I hope you guys can see it already. It's very evident here. Tesla, I can tell you guys right now, it is a short opportunity. I don't care what the market does, but this is just my bias, my thing. At 850 plus, for me personally, Tesla is an opportunity to add on to swing shorts. All right. Now note, I did say swing. I did not say the same weekly positions because Tesla sometimes can get violent. It can get rallies. All right. At 850 plus, Tesla gets there. For me, it's nothing but a short opportunity to add on to shorts. All right. And if it continues holding, it goes towards 870. It holds. Then obviously the market can turn upside. But right now it still has roughly 90 points to go. And I hope Tesla rips. I hope Tesla runs 100 points this week to the upside. I will most likely add on to my shorts. All right. This setup is happening after a long time. It's taken a long time for this setup. And this does not come every now and then. These are confirmed setups. Okay. It matters a lot. All right. So keep an eye on this 50 MA. And then eventually on the weekly, this 200 MA will be tagged. When will it be tagged? I have no idea. Maybe in a few months, maybe in some years, maybe by the time it reaches around 500, 600. And yes, my target for Tesla 500s remains, and also with 300s it remains. All right. Apple, I added some equity last week. Why did I add equity? I'm staying open-minded. Maybe this is the lows that the market hits this year. I have no idea. So yes, I scaled in equity last week here at 140. That was the first target, right? Those that know from these levels. So 140, my first scale in equity was done. My next zone will be right here of roughly June 2021. All right, well the lows are near 120. No, sorry, this right here. Mine is 110. Actually, I have the orders then also. So this zone right here. This zone right here. All right. And LB also has a great level on Apple, which is roughly 125, I believe, and I absolutely agree with him. I think that's the zone he's looking at to add Apple, right? Maybe I'll add some there too. I have no idea, right? Because this is also a very strong level. So below this, 125, and this also one thing that I did mention on this equity ad was, this is not a trade, it's an investment. Trading and investing is different. Now this is not meant for me to sell after a 1 month if it goes down, right? Investment, you know, Apple can go up, down. I don't care what it does. It just stays in my portfolio. That's it, right? And so now next scale in will be roughly around 110 or maybe at 125. I'll see what happens. And then I think the 200 MA will also be tagged on the weekly in the coming weeks and months. All right. If we go on the monthly candles on these names, you guys can see it's pretty evident that there's a long way. In the in between menu, you guys get bullish. You guys will get all these ideas. There will be some green days, market news. You know, you'll run again for equity. Okay, markets are gonna get bullish. But then again, in June, July, August, whenever one of the months, they'll surprise you with another big red month. All right, because here on the monthly, I do see some consolidation. God knows how it's gonna happen, but something like this will go on, right? Where the weekly 200 MAs and the monthly 50 MAs will most likely tag along around the same time. Keep that in mind. All right. I'll write this down here also, where the weekly 200 MA and monthly 50 MA will be close to each other. And that's when you can start calling in or for potential market bottoms. All right. That's when you guys can see the potential market bottoms coming in, right? So just keep that in mind. For today, I can only tell you guys one thing. Chances are to the upside. We have a lot of expiries, so don't expect some big moves. Let the market settle. First 15 minutes I like watching, right? So LB has posted his SPX levels. So those are in our Discord. And with this, you guys just manage well. Managing size matters the most. It will help you guys grow. It will preserve your accounts, save cash in your account. Don't rush. This is not a get rich quick scheme. All right, your money must be managed. All right, if you scale out of profits, for example, Bros last week, LB made a great call. He scaled out his profits. He was able to hold on to the position into earnings. Why? Because he had scaled out already. He had managed well, and the remaining position hit 1,000% the next day, right? And that 1,000% alone on a small position can be more than what you've already scaled out. So that's the potential on some trades sometimes. But for that, you guys need to hold and manage well, and not go in heavy. If you go in heavy, then you'll be scared to hold on to positions, right? And with this, guys, I'll end it. And my Stock Life MSL strategy series, we're either going to start today, this Monday, or next Monday. All right. I have one appointment today. I hope it gets canceled because it's raining out a lot. Then maybe I'll start them today. All right. And those will be recorded for everyone. But if you attend, that's even better. You can maybe ask some questions live.